Alright, so we're gonna go through Cyborg's matchups, looking at the cast over here, and so we're gonna start from the left to the right. Hellboy, I think, is one of Cyborg's worst matchups. It's probably 3-7, could be 6-4. Hellboy can match or outzone Cyborg with his gun. He can literally fight Cyborg zoning for zoning with his gun, and if he gets a life lead, it's incredibly difficult because then you have to play Hellboy's neutral game. Hellboy out neutral Cyborg, his Mibram back 3, really good against Cyborg. He shuts a lot of Cyborg's grapple shenanigans down. He's really good at getting around Cyborg's trait, and it's just in general a pretty bad matchup. Now to Sub-Zero, I could see this being slight advantage Sub-Zero, just because of his mobility, how good he is in the corner and whatnot. So this could be either 5-5 or 6-4 Sub-Zero. Starfire is probably Cyborg's worst matchup. It's definitely 7-3. This matchup is horrendous. Not only does she out-footsie you, but her wake-up game is obnoxiously good. You have to guess in so many different ways. She could wake up back 4-2, which you have to do something different to stuff. She could wake up down back 3, which beats your way to stuff that move. She could wake up backdash, delay wake up hair. Like, she just has so many different options when you knock her down that all work. She outzones Cyborg. Full screen, it's a nightmare to get in. So this is, I'd say Starfire is definitely Cyborg's worst matchup, 7-3. Adam is another matchup that's really bad. I think it's also 7-3, maybe 6-4, but I could see it being 7-3 because it's easy for him to get the life lead on Cyborg because of how much easier it is for him to get the first hit in neutral. Once he gets trade up, there's not much you can do but Wither to Storm or try to hit him out of it or try to push block. And his gun it hits Cyborg easily out of the air because of Cyborg's jump arc. Like, I noticed his back 4-1 projectile, it travels kind of slow and it's so easy to hit Cyborg out of the air with it. And it's kind of difficult to jump over at times. And his down back 2 ground stomp, once he gets the life lead, you have to pretty much go to him and play his game as Cyborg, which is why it's difficult. And he has so many ways to get out of the corner by either using trait or sneaking in a teleport or, you know, doing whatever. Or doing down 1, back 4-2, which if you don't stand block, he goes over your head, then he's out. And Cyborg can't really reliably punish that. And obviously Adam gets around zoning and stuff like that easy, so he's just really hard for Cyborg. Oh yeah, and also his down 3 goes under almost everything Cyborg does, so that's another issue. You can down 3 and go under a bunch of Cyborg shit, which makes it really hard when you get in and fighting him because he'll just down 3 you. And then on block, that'll put you outside of Cyborg's range, and then it's kind of like you're almost back in the neutral game. Enchantress is another bad matchup. I don't know if it's 7-3 yet because I haven't played many Enchantress players yet, but it's she definitely has the edge on Cyborg, so it's definitely 6-4 her. Can't really zone her because of her back 4-1 shield. She out-footsie Cyborg. She's one of the harder characters to anti-air. If she gets her hexes and stuff going, it's really hard to get in on her with Cyborg because, if you know, Cyborg doesn't have the best mobility. But one thing Cyborg does have in this matchup is his grapple works no matter what, so that's good, even though it's super easy for her to anti-air you. Like, against a good Enchantress player, you're never going to get away with doing a grapple in neutral, just trying to get in like that. But it can pay off sometimes if you do it when she's doing a curse or something like that. Black Manta's another bad matchup. I think it's 6-4. He has a slight edge. In general, you just kind of have to play his footsie game. Cyborg's laser post game really sucks. He doesn't get much off of it. His punish game is really bad off of it. Sometimes when you block his teleport and you go to OS down 2 punish it, his meter burn part will clip you sometimes randomly. I don't know if it's like a weird thing with Cyborg or not, but yeah, doing it down 2 sometimes you randomly get clipped. Like, you could literally be blocking it, mashing it, knowing that they're gonna do it, and sometimes it'll clip you. I don't know if it's like some weird shit, but Black Manta definitely has slight edge. Supergirl, I don't know. It could either be 5-5 or slightly in her favor. I would have to play more of this matchup, but she does control the neutral better against Cyborg. So it's either 5-5 or slightly in her favor. Dr. Fate, 6-4 him. For the most part, he can outzone you. He's got better footsies. He can control the pace better. So it's not as bad as like Starfire. Like, Starfire's zoning against Cyborg is way better than Dr. Fate's, but I think he has the edge. Firestorm is another bad matchup for Cyborg. I'm going to say 6-4 for right now, but it could maybe be worse. I don't know. Most Firestorm players I play don't even know the Cyborg matchup that good. Like, they're not exploiting what they could be doing. So, I'm just going to say it's 6-4 for now, but maybe potentially could be a 7-3 if Firestorm player plays it properly. Because it's easy for him to make you go to him. And once you have to play his game, and you can't meter build that good, and, and then he ends up hitting you, mixing you, it's just a pretty ugly match. And also, Cyborg has issues punishing his back 4-3 torpedo move, which makes this matchup a lot worse than it should be, because sometimes you'll block his wake up and he gets pushed back further, and Cyborg's stubby limbs can't punish it, and it's just, I don't know. I think it's definitely in his favor slightly. I think Aquaman has a slight edge against Cyborg. Maybe it's 5-5 on some matchups. I'm not sure. I mean, on some stages, but I could definitely see it being in his favor. Darkseid definitely 6-4 him. He forces Cyborg to approach. Easy for him to outzone him. Darkseid doesn't really care when Cyborg gets in there much because, you know, Cyborg doesn't have the best rush down in the game and his limbs are kind of stubby. So Darkseid just controls more of the pace, and it's easier for Darkseid to mix Cyborg and maintain the life lead and get around Cyborg's general zoning and traps. His wake up game is really good. Like, Cyborg's wake up game gets out of a lot of messed up. I mean, Darkseid's wake up game gets him out of a lot of messed up Cyborg knockdown situations with missiles and whatnot because of how much invincible frames it has. Okay, so every other character I didn't go through, or every other character I didn't mention in this matchup thing, Cyborg either goes 5-5 with them or beats them. Because remember, I only went through the bad matchups for you guys. So those are all the characters Cyborg either loses 6-4 to or 7-3. Everyone else I didn't mention, Cyborg either goes even with them or beats them. And an honorary mention, I heard like some players that play Cyborg go to my stream, they think Joker's a bad matchup. I haven't really played a good Joker player yet, so no comment on that. They say it's a potential 6-4 in Joker's favor. I can't really say anything because I don't really come across any Joker players. Maybe, but I can't really chime in on this because I haven't played it. Yeah, these are all Cyborg's matchups for right now, I'd say. So again, any character I didn't mention, Cyborg either goes 5-5 or beats them. Starfire, Hellboy, and Atom are definitely his 3 worst matchups though.